Hey everybody, it's Colette Baron-Reid. I am sitting here in my backyard and the sun is going down and it's the nicest time of night and there are no mosquitoes, which I'm so happy about. And we thought it would be a perfect time to bring my God box out here. My God box. This is where I put all my intentions, my affirmations, and my prayers of good wishes for people I love and also for people who piss me off. So they're in there too. But I wanted to show you because people have been asking me, I've been mentioning my God box or my spirit box, and they say, like, what does it look like? And so I have this kind of statue that's cut in half, but you can make that out of anything, out of a shoe box or any kind of box. And as long as you create this sacred space and make it so. Like, so we say this is that, and that's only used for that. So I really have used it for quite some time now, for a few years. And then every year I start it in the beginning, put my intentions in. At the very end of the year, I open it up and see what was in there and see what I actually created or co-created with Spirit and what I still needed to work on. Okay, so you loved last week when I said pick a number between 1 and 6. We're going to do it again this week. And this time I have 7 cards, and then I have one crystal spirit card. And I think it would be really cool if you know right before, write down 1 to 6, whatever your numbers are. And then I'm going to go around the cards, tell you each card 1 to 6, and then I'm going to read them as doubles, all right? And then we're going to see, this is for everybody this week. This is the energy everyone will experience this week. And when we ask the question, what do we all need to know in order to stay in alignment with our highest good? What is it that we need to know? Now, it can tell us what action we need to take, but your specific card will tell you your main theme. So you'll have 6 main themes this week to work off of. Okay, let's get going. So our first card is New Life. And that card always tells us that we're in a new cycle. Now, we just entered into a new cycle of Virgo. I love it when we get into that Virgo cycle, we go back to school. So this is kind of my favorite few weeks between now and September, where I think about going back to school and making things right. So New Life is perfect for this week as we finish up the month of August, because that's this last week, and we enter into September, and we are also into Virgo, and we're really looking at the service that we provide the world. So this is great for everyone. We are stepping into something that's new. Now, card number 2 tells us more about that. Also on its own, it's the Observer. So it really tells us that in order to really understand what this new life is entailing, we need to step back. So it's a card of non-action, but it is calculated inaction. It is not a, I'm ignoring you. It's not a, I don't want to do this, or I'm not playing. It's more like, I need to watch. I need to step back and observe. That becomes a neutral, and a neutrality that we really want to have this week so that we can learn and understand and not take things personally. Then that's card number 2. Card number 3 is Poised, means we're ready. I love this reading. So if we know we're in New Life, we have to take a step back and kind of surveil the terrain, and then we're ready. We have to know that we're ready for these things, that we have to trust this, that as we step into something new, we don't have to second guess ourselves. We have to know that we can go with the flow too, because that's to the sea. That's card number 4. So if we go to that sense of being poised after having stepped back, know that we can just go with the flow. We don't have to resist. We can flow with whatever events come up for us. We don't have to calculate anything. That's the other thing. It's not pre-calculated, I'm going to do this and they're going to do that and da-da-da. It's really about flow. Then it's Come to the Edge. So that's card number 5. And Come to the Edge is all about taking a risk. So again, going back to the top, we have a new life. We step back into the Observer, a more neutral stance to, kind of really survey things before we jump in. We don't want to be too assertive, aggressive, reactive. It's a guarding against reactivity too. Poised means poised, dignity. We're ready to speak. We're ready to step into something, and we're going to flow with it. We're not going to calculate it. We're not going to premeditate this. We're going to take the risk. And I love that. And I love that chaos and conflict is right after in card number 6, because if we take the risk, it's not always a smooth landing. Like I can tell you that, You know, that's card number 6 for anybody who picked card number 6. And for all of you who picked card number 6, that's chaos and conflict. I picked another card. I'm like, okay, does everybody on card number 6 going to like that? So I thought, you know, what else could Spirit or the universe tell us about that? So how do we navigate this potential chaos and conflict if we take that risk, but we're ready for, and we've waited and we step back and we've done all these great preparatory work, and then there's this fray. And it says higher power. So our higher power may take us on a divine detour. We can make mistakes, and we can realize that, you know, we're in this together and we don't all know how to do the dance. And it's okay. So the higher power card will lead all of us forward. Now let's read them in pairs. So, and this is just the pair for everyone. So new life into the sea this is about not calculating what the new life is going to look like. It's about the flow state. When we get into alignment, we're in a state of flow. Observer and come to the edge, it says don't make a hasty move. Don't speak before you think. Really consider your words, consider your actions. And if you need to take time, it's better to take the time than to say or do the wrong things that you have to clean up later. Then poised with chaos and conflict, you can. It says like, you're poised, you're ready, you got this chaos, honey. You know, you're okay with this, that you're there to help. Some way this week is about understanding the nature of why certain things have to be stirred up. And I'm going to tell you something. What is so great about this week's reading, these like double cards, your 6 cards, is the Crystal Spirits card that I picked. I typically don't. This is not my favorite stone because it reminds me of the chaos and the conflict. I'm like, oh no, it's the Smithsonite stone. So Smithsonite is actually an awesome crystal. It's a rebirth from chaos, right? So we ended up on chaos and conflict, and our crystal for the week is Smithsonite. When I first started working with this crystal, for me, it felt a little chaotic, and then I would get calmer. So I realized, no, it's not a stone that causes chaos or predicts chaos. It prescribes what to do with chaos. That in chaos, there is rebirth, there is opportunities, there is regeneration. There's really beautiful opportunities that can come out of something that seemingly looks lost, right? Let me read it. Rebirth from chaos, evolution, stress relief, emotional boost, clearing of obstacles to growth. So sometimes you step into chaos in order to help yourself and others clear the obstacles to growth, which I think is really appropriate. From here to there can be a rocky road, one that may even seem to move under your feet as you engage in a process of healing with roiling emotions. Oh yes, I know about that. The journey can be confusing and unsettling and cause you to want to beat a hasty retreat. But Smithsonite Spirit's message is clear as can be. You are haltingly moving forward into creating something new. If you feel as if you're unsteady and even going a little backward at times, it is only because you are being asked to look to the past and the lessons learned so your next steps can be sure and steady. The ground is firm beneath you, the wind is at your back, and the conscious universe is beside you, so there's no need to look for what may be safer ground. The landscape around you is changing because you are changing, and soon you will find yourself much more settled if you heed the call of Smithsonite Spirit and trust you'll be just fine. So breathe. It's all going to resolve soon, and the obstacles you find daunting will disappear. I think the obstacles for anybody is when we're in relationship with people and we can't hear the other person, or we're not coming to the table for the same agendas or for the same reasons, etc. And sometimes it takes a bit of time to step back and say, okay, I'm ready. Anyway, so what's really great about this week is that even though we know that there's some unsettling things possible, and let me just tell you what an unsettling thing could be. You could be moving. A lot of people pack up their house at this time and move. You could actually be ready to get your kids back to school after the long weekend. This is a week where people run around buying stuff for their kids and, getting ready for the next phase of things. So that alone is unsettling. You're having barbecues, the end of the summer. So it is one of those preparatory weeks for the change. And a lot of people get depressed, at the end of this summer because here comes Labor Day. And then then it's like, oh, we have to go back to work. So there are all kinds of things that are added on to this. So the stress that we're reading about may not necessarily be anything big for you. It might be quite small, but it's just that there's there's stuff moving around us right now, and it's okay that it doesn't have to be safe all the time. We don't have to go, I have to be okay. You go, you know what? Sometimes we don't feel that way. Sometimes things are a little overwhelming, and we're going to be okay. Okay. So what I want to do now is I want to go through the Zodiac, right? So I want to go through every single sign. We're going to put all these cards back. I've been testing it. It actually works. So I thought, let's try it. That means this is going to be a little longer video, but this is actually quite accurate. I did a course with Deborah Silverman, Stars and Cards, which was very successful. And so we've been figuring ways how to make the oracle cards work with astrology, and this is actually working really well. So if you have your moon, your rising sign, or your sun sign in any one of the 12 signs, I'm going to do one extra card for each one of you. We're going to start with Aries. That's the first sign of the Zodiac. Aries is between worlds. Get comfortable with that. You're not going to get your way this week. That's Aries sun, rising sign, or moon. Relax. It's like you're not going to get there any faster than you want because you want to go there faster. So this is Taurus. Go the distance. Taurus, that's sun, rising sign, and moon. Taurus, just keep going and go at a steady pace. This week, that's that extra card for you. We are now looking at Gemini. Gemini, oh, this is fun. Make sure you tell the truth. Don't talk so fast this week. Don't talk out of the side of your mouth, and make sure that other people don't talk out of the side of their mouth towards you too. Ask for the truth and you will get it. That's for Gemini. This is for us little Cancers. Oh, unfinished symphony. That's really good. Don't shirk. Make sure you go over your steps. Make sure that you clean things up and finish projects. Don't leave anything undone this week. That's for Cancer. Leo, what's going on with Leo? Leo is breathe. So Leo, you can do that this week. This extra card for you is breathe. Now that's Leo's sun sign, rising sign, and moon. Now let's look at Virgo. Virgo is happy, and making fun of yourself. So don't get too serious this week, Virgos. You are entering into the time of Virgo. You could get hypercritical, which they can. My husband has moon in Virgo, so I know. You get super organized, which is good. But it's just saying here, be a little more playful this week and you'll have a better experience. So we want to go to Libra next. Libra is all about forgiveness, mending, and allowing time for you don't force it. Just know your part, do your part, step forward, and trust that all will be well. Then Scorpio, my moon is in Scorpio. Yang, oh, don't be afraid to step in. Scorpio's tough. This week is get your Teflon on and just jump in. Take your action this week. It's very, very positive. The Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising sign. Now we're going to go to, Sagittarius, right? Remember where your friends are, Sagittarius. You have to have your friends beside you. Make sure you connect with friends. Don't get isolated. And then we are looking at Capricorn. Cappies, observe. This is really good for Capricorns. It's actually really nice and compatible. Cappies and Virgo this week is good. Just step back. That observer card comes double for you this week. We've got, what's after Capricorn? Aquarius is, Aquarius, don't get into the victim consciousness. Stay out of your story. Not my circus, not my monkeys. Remember that. Don't get into anybody else's drama. That's for the Aquarius. And last but not least, we have Pisces. Extra card for Pisces is, Treasure Island. Pisces, enjoy this week. You have to remember, you have everything that you need. Everything I need comes to me easily and effortlessly. That should be your affirmation, and put it in your God box. If you like this video, well, subscribe to my channel. And if you subscribe to my channel and you like the video, share it with your friends. You have probably tons of friends if you think that they would like it. And we love to read your comments. And I hope you'll ding on that little bell and see our videos every week in your inbox. Take care. Bye. Oh, a bat. I love bats. I wish I could show you. This bat just flew, and that's all about rebirth. A big giant bat just flew right over Mark's head. Did you feel that? No. Oh, I want to stay out here a little longer. Let's see who shows up. Actually, I'm not really keen on the bugs. I said there were no bugs, but there are too many. And we're not having a puppy break.